Hello everyone, welcome to Brain Blitz Audios. Today we are going to read the story, The Ghost of the Mountains, written by Sujata Padmanabhan. It is about a teenager, Rigzin, who saved the life of a snow leopard. Let's begin, shall we? A big crowd had gathered in front of the ihas of Tashi's house. A snow leopard had entered the ihas and had killed the goats and sheep there. Only a baby calf had not been attacked. It was still there. Hearing this, 16-year-old Rigzin ran towards Tashi's house. He went to the side of the house and climbed up to the roof of the ihas to see the snow leopard. He had never seen one, but he knew that they were endangered animals and were protected by India's wildlife laws. He was, in fact, rather proud that his region was home to these endangered big cats. He was fascinated by the way they communicated with one another through scents that they left on large overhanging rocks. Rigzin peered into a small hole on one side of the roof. There it was, a real live snow leopard. People call it the ghost of the mountains because it camouflaged itself so well in the rocky land that it could hardly be spotted. The leopard was quite close to the calf, but its attention was on the hole in the roof, around which Rigzin and the other people had gathered. Let's kill the leopard, shouted Tashi suddenly, distraught at the loss of all his sheep and goats. Yes, let us kill it! A loud chorus resounded. Rigzin was horrified and froze with fear. He knew he had to save the leopard. Hold it, yelled Rigzin. We have to first save the calf that is in there. It's still alive and we'll have to get it out somehow. If we threaten the leopard in any way, it may attack the calf. Oh, how can we save the calf? Sobbed Chorol, Tashi's wife. I have an idea, replied Rigzin. Right now the leopard is very near the calf on this side of the ihas. Let's make another small hole at the other end of the roof. All of you make a noise and distract the leopard so that it crosses over to see what is happening. While you distract it from up here, I will quickly enter the ihas and rescue the calf, Chorol said with tears in her eyes. That sounds dangerous. Can't you think of any other way to save the poor baby? A snow leopard has never attacked humans till now. Don't worry, I'll be okay. Saying that, Rigzin went to the other side of the roof and picking up a stick started pounding the roof. Many joined him as soon as a small hole was made. Sure enough, this seemed to frighten and anger the leopard. It came over to this side, and when everyone on the roof started to yell, it began to jump towards the hole. But the roof was too high, and the leopard could not even touch it with his front paws. Rigzin ran down to the front of the ihas. Taking a deep breath, he opened the door. He tiptoed up to the calf and picked it up. As he stepped back, the leopard saw him. Rigzin bolted towards the door. As he quickly shut it, he saw a flash of grey through the narrow chink. The snow leopard had missed him by a fraction of a second. Outside the ihas, Rigzin sank to his knees, holding the calf in his arms. "He's alive! He's safe!" yelled one. "He has saved the calf!" shouted another. Tashi and Chorol came up to Rigzin and clasped his hands tightly. The villagers gathered around him and patted him on his back. It was their way of thanking Rigzin. "Now what do we do with the snow leopard?" asked a villager. "Kill it, of course," said Tashi. "Oh no, we can't kill a snow leopard," cried Rigzin, jumping up to his feet. "Why not?" asked the villager. "A leopard killed my yak last year." "And I lost 2 sheep," said another. "The fewer snow leopards we have around, the safer are our livestock." "You can't kill this animal," said Rigzin as loudly as he could, throwing his hands up in the air. "And why not?" shouted someone. "Because," answered Rigzin, "it's an endangered animal. It's given special protection in our country through a law called the Wildlife Protection Act." "Don't show off," said a villager. "Just because you attended a nature camp and learned a few things, it does not mean that we have to suffer. If we free the leopard, it may come back again when it feels hungry." "But a law is a law," replied Rigzin. "If anyone is found guilty of killing an animal that is protected by the act, the person can be sent to jail or made to pay a fine. The wildlife officials are far away in Leh, and if we keep quiet about it, no one will come to know," said someone. "I won't keep quiet about it," threatened Rigzin angrily. "If this animal is killed, I will go straight to the wildlife department and report all of you." "Don't you dare talk to us like that," yelled Tashi. At that moment, the headman stepped in. "Calm down, everyone. Let's sit down and discuss what we should do," he said. "The animal is an endangered one," began Rigzin. "Many of these animals are being killed by angry villagers who have lost their livestock, while many are killed for their fur and bones." "Yes, that's true," chipped in a villager. "I heard this on the radio. A poacher was recently caught with over 100 animal skins, and the news said that many of the skins were those of snow leopards." Rigzin said, "In fact, tiger bones have been used in traditional Chinese medicine. Now that there are lesser tigers, the bones of snow leopards are being used. If this continues, then the snow leopard may become extinct in our country." "But what do we do when our livestock gets killed?" someone asked. "It's natural for us to feel angry." "Yes, it is. But we'll have to look at different solutions. Be more alert when taking our animals out. Avoid the very steep terrain on the mountains, as that's the area the leopard prefers. And make sure the house is fully secure," added Chorol. "It was a mistake to have made a hole in the roof." Rigzin informed the wildlife department at Leh. 3 officials and a veterinary doctor arrived later that afternoon in a jeep. The doctor shot a tranquilizer into the leopard. When the officials carried the animal out, the crowd gasped in awe and admiration. It was taken to Leh. The decision about where to release it would be taken the next day. That night, through the windows of the house, the moonbeams spread a silvery light, almost ghost-like. "Just like the ghost of our mountains," thought Rigzin, smiling. He knew that somewhere in the beautiful mountains, a snow leopard would soon walk free. And that's all, folks. We hope that you enjoyed this story. Please subscribe to our channel, Brain Blitz Audios, and like this video for receiving more stories. See you next time. Bye bye.